How you doing? I'm David Sanchisi, and I'm here to talk about the news of the day. In another deeply disturbing story where the deep state again is abusing their powers to go after people connected to Trump, I have another sad story here, another disturbing story, and just something that is just really starting to get under my skin. How these people in the deep state continually use the power of the government to go after their political opponents. Crooked New York prosecutors investigating Trump's former bodyguard turned COO admit claims Trump.org employees illegally received tax-free perks. This is where they're at. They're going after people for, I don't even know if it's blue-collar crimes, white-collar crimes. I don't know what this is, but they're going after people for stuff that they never arrest people for, while there's violent crimes going on all over this country, while people are burning down cities. This is what they're going after. Crooked New York prosecutors are investigating Trump's former bodyguard turned COO, Matthew Calamari, admit claims Trump Organization employees illegally received tax-free perks such as apartments and car leases. Now again, people commit crimes. If it's a real crime and there's something that they go after all the time, I have no problem with it. But this is not something they prosecute. Meanwhile, New York City is out of control. Murder rates are up. Crime is up. Shootings are up. Yet this is the kind of stuff they're going after. They're just letting criminals roam the streets freely, and they're going after this. These types of cases are almost never pursued. But the witch hunt of Trump and everyone connected to him never ends. If you're an American, and whether you like Trump, you hate him, don't you see the problem with our government using this to go after people? This is the stuff that happens in third world countries. We should not be using the power of the government to attack and go after political opponents, people connected to the political opponents, just because we don't like them. This is not American. This is un-American stuff. Calamari's son, Matthew Calamari Jr., is the corporate director of security at the Trump org. Both men have hired their own lawyers as rabid prosecutors look into whether they were illegally given perks, the Wall Street Journal reported. New York prosecutors are investigating whether a top Trump Organization executive, Matthew Calamari, received tax-free fringe benefits as part of their probe into whether former President Donald Trump's company and its employees illegally avoided paying taxes on such perks, according to people familiar with the matter. Prosecutors' interest in Mr. Calamari, once Mr. Trump's bodyguard, indicates that their probe into the Trump Organization's alleged practice of providing some employees with cars and apartments extend beyond Alan Weisselberg's, the company's chief financial officer, and his family. Neither Messrs. Calamari and Weisselberg nor anyone else connected to the company has been accused of wrongdoing. So they're just looking for crimes, basically. Receiving benefits such as free apartments, subsidized rent, or car leases from an employer and not paying taxes on such benefits can be a crime. Although experts said prosecutors rarely bring cases on such perks alone. So in other words, if my boss decided to give me an apartment and we didn't claim it on taxes, this is what they want to arrest them for. Meanwhile, murders are happening all over New York City, violent crimes, shootings, you name it, while they're burning down our city. This is what they're going after. If this doesn't spell political, I don't know what does. This is just crazy stuff being done by the Manhattan District Attorney, by the deep state, to continue to prosecute and persecute our president and anyone connected to him, so they could finally get someone to. I guess the whole thing behind this is, if they could arrest so many people connected to Trump for any crime, jaywalking, whatever it is, they can finally get someone to possibly connect the president to a crime. This is what they're doing. It's illegal, it's immoral, and it's disgusting what's happening in our government. Prosecutors in recent weeks advised Mr. Calamari and his son, Matthew Calamari Jr., that they should hire their own lawyer. People familiar with the matter said that elder Mr. Calamari, who works as the Trump Organization's chief operating officer, and his son, the company's corporate director of security, had previously been represented by a lawyer who was also representing other Trump Organization employees, one of the people said. So they're going after tons of Trump employees. This is what's going on in New York. And again, I've talked about this. The reason why they're doing this is because they're so panicky about the audits that when that comes out, they want to just be able to say, look at all these corrupt people in the Trump Organization. This audit was a farce. And they're going to use that to sidetrack exactly what's happening. They want to use it to, again, besmirch the president, destroy anyone connected to him, and just show that, oh, this audit is a farce because look at all these criminals in the Trump Organization. That's really what this is about. Nothing more, nothing less. They will never take responsibility for what they've done. They're going to fight to their last breath, and this is where we are right now. Meanwhile, Joe Biden and his crackhead son, perfect example, we have Hunter Biden's laptop. We have Hunter Biden talking about his dad on tapes about how he paid his dad off, but yet this is what we're going after. People getting free apartments or cars from their bosses. Have enriched themselves by running an international money laundering operation. That's where we are, people. Anyway, I thought that's something we should know about to see how corrupt our government is, how corrupt it extends throughout the Democrat Party, because these are all Democrats that are doing this. Republicans would never be allowed to do this. Let's not forget about Hillary's emails. Let's not forget about Hunter Biden's laptop. Let's not forget about what Angry Joe or Brain Dead Joe has done in Ukraine. Let's just keep talking about Trump, anyone connected to him, and crimes of gifts. Anyway, thanks for watching. God bless America. God bless all of you. And of course, God bless our president, Donald J. Trump, who these people are losing their mind over and still going after, even if he's out of office. Sad. Thanks for watching.